For most people, on September 17, 1862, the day started out like any other day in their lives. But soon, the quiet stillness of the day would turn into a day of death and destruction. For this day would see thousands of young men die on the rolling hills of Antietam, Maryland. For 12 hours, these men would fight for something they believed in: slavery versus free men. The Battle of Antietam would become one of the worst, bloodiest battles of the entire Civil War. Let's now go back in time to that horrific day and imagine we are there. I'm Ian Phelps. I chose to do a movie of Antietam Battlefield for my Washington County 3rd grade project. I picked the movie because I thought I'd get to explore the places more than if I did a scrapbook or any other option. This is the Visitor Center for Antietam Battlefield. In this building behind me, you will find a theater, exhibit, an observation room, and a museum store. Also, you can get maps and information about all the important sites of Antietam Battlefield. Dunker Church ranks as perhaps one of the most famous churches in American military history. During the Battle of Antietam, many Union and Confederate attacks took place here. The old church was damaged very badly by hundreds of bullets in its whitewashed walls. Also, cannons did serious damage to the roof and walls. After the war, the church was repaired and rededicated, and regular services were held there again. A visit to the Dunker Church today is like a step back into time. If we could go in and take a seat, we would think about how the sacrifice of all these soldiers in 1862. See how simple the church looks with its plain windows, old wooden benches on which you may have sat on for hours. During the Battle of Antietam, September 17, 1862, Clara Barton brought supplies and nursing aid to the wounded on this battlefield. This act of love and mercy led to the birth of the present American National Red Cross. This symbol of the Red Cross has been made from a brick in the chimney of the home where Clara Barton was born at North Oxford, Massachusetts on Christmas Day, 1821.
Being very timid or not aggressive, you really had
I'm here at Bloody Lane. It is considered as the bloodiest day of the war. So many men were killed in this area that it was named Bloody Lane. The battle started September 17th when Union General Joseph Hooker's artillery began firing on troops led by Thomas Stonewall Jackson. During the Battle of Antietam on September 17, 1862, 23,000
3,000 soldiers were killed, wounded, or missing after 12 hours of bitter fighting. This was the Confederate Army's first invasion into the North and led to Abraham Lincoln writing the document that freed the slaves. This is Lookout Tower. It is located at a corner of Bloody Lane and is at the end of Sunken Road. It was built by the War Department in 1896. The roof was not there originally. It was added somewhere around 1909. You can climb the spiral iron staircase inside to get to the top unless there is bad weather. It is about 85 feet high, so it may take a little bit of a long time to get to the top. Battle of Antietam was the awful end of Robert E. Lee's first invasion of the North. That one awful day, more than 23,110 men were killed, wounded, or listed as missing. Approximately 4,000 were killed, and in the days that followed, many more died of wounds or disease. The peaceful village of Sharpsburg turned into a huge hospital and cemetery for miles in all directions. The bodies were buried very quickly. Some graves had one body, but others had hundreds buried in shallow trenches. Grave markings were all different, from stone piles to rough crosses and wooden headboards. A few ended up in area church cemeteries. Some friends or relatives moved bodies from the area to transport home. Antietam National Cemetery is one of the 130 cemeteries of the National Cemetery System. All of the unknown soldiers are marked with small square stones. Six major generals were killed during the Battle of Antietam on September 17, 1862. Three were Union and three were Confederate generals. The inverted cannons mark the spots where they died.